As the investigation of yesterday's police-involved shooting continues, WJZ has learned more about that joint federal task force that the injured officers were working with and how those teams actually operate in fugitive apprehension. Pat Warren reports they are highly trained combinations of federal and law enforcement officers.
A manhunt ends in gunfire in northeast Baltimore with a suspect dead and 2 local officers wounded.
It was a pretty big operation.
A Baltimore City and a Baltimore County police officer assigned to a U.S. Marshals task force were shot during a fugitive apprehension at Garden Village Apartments. The suspect was wanted for attempted murder.
But this was a joint federal task force that included multiple federal, multiple state, and multiple local law enforcement officers.
These operations involve extensive training and careful planning. Jason Johnson, a former Baltimore deputy commissioner, says officers are not just randomly chosen to serve on a federal task force.
Many officers, local police officers, work hard to prove themselves in order to participate in a federal task force. In terms of specialized training, that's going to vary depending on the task force.
The officers were deputized by the U.S. Marshals Service, which is now investigating what went wrong.
They are trained to do this function. They do plan these types of operations. I like to use a Mike Tyson quote: "Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth."
In this case, says Johnson, not anticipating that the suspect would come out of an apartment building with a gun in hand.
My guess would be is that this fugitive's actions were intended to be suicide by cop. I don't think anyone expects to go into that environment waving a gun around and not be shot, of course.
Close study is being made of the events as they unfolded. I'm Pat Warren reporting for WJZ.